All right, what's up, kids? So today is the day. Gonna get some real rubber on Danny. You ready? Here it goes. I don't know, let's try that again. It works for other people on the internet. What's the problem here? Just kidding. We're gonna have to do real work. Let's get these wheels off. Been waiting for a little while to do this. Nothing really rocket sciencey about it. Jack stands. Staying with the 17, staying with this wheel because they're just modern. I like this rim. I think they look good. You know, everybody wants to talk about vintage. The vintage. Let me tell you a story about 15s. They are the way of the past, not the way of the future. Yes, it sucks. The 17 backspacing is kind of a pain in the ass on some of these, but it's the future, so just something to consider. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these rear wheels off and finish getting it up on jacks.
Seen you in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, definitely get rid of those things. Man, that's embarrassing.
I mean, dude, I bought this whole set for $100.
Nice.
It would have been good. One of them shouldered. That's why I got them so cheap.
Do you want those tires back? Okay.
So we getting something prettier than that?
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm gonna get some real tires instead of those street. In case you weren't wondering, this stands for highway tread. Highway. New rubber day. So today is tire day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some new tires. You ready? Here we go. So that's the new rubber choice. Part of the reason I went this route was primarily because of the size. Yeah, I wanted to run 17s. I think kind of at this juncture in life, running a 15 is silly unless for some reason you're restricted to that size of a wheel. You know, people are gonna complain about sidewalls, but if you're running a 31, dude, get over your friggin' sidewall. Okay, the only time it matters is when you're trying to run a 40 on a 15, right? That's where your 17 or 20 on that 40 comes in handy, okay? Oh, you guys run us 265s still? Yeah, that not a thing. So These are a 235/80/17. They are a 10-ply LT. Again, not an issue if you know how to control your tire pressure. So on the big truck, the 37s, when I'm just running around, I'm like at 30 pounds or less. Typically, I'm like at 28, 25-ish. When we went on the road trip and I was fully loaded, I was like at 30 and 40 relatively, just because I was like 3,500 pounds over the rear axle or something like that, kind of pushing on gross vehicle. Primarily what I wanted to do here was be able to run a pretty skinny aggressive tire and keep it under the fender. I know a lot of states have all these cheese dick laws with the fenders and the mud flaps and everything, but that holds zero value in my actual life. Part of the reason I went with an OE wheel versus like buying a Method or buying an aftermarket wheel or any of that stuff is primarily just because of the price point. You know what I mean? Like, reality of the situation is, regardless of what you think of the style of these wheels, you're getting like a $2,000 set of wheels for like, I paid $100 for these with tires, $125 with tires. The other wheels that I have on that truck, I've bought the first set of wheels for like $100. One of them was bent. I bent another wheel for like $25. Then I got another set of those wheels for free. So if you don't have a hang up about a brand, I really recommend you going with the OE wheels if you don't have an issue. I mean, reality is most of your aftermarket wheels are going to be like a 4.5 plus backspace anyway. These are like a 4 3/4 in that 4 7/8 or whatever. So typically what you have on these solid axle trucks, when you are running the stock spindle and the 15-inch wheel and things like that, not so much an issue with the high steer, but the tie rod will hit the wheel if you're running too heavy of a backspace wheel. So you can see, even with the 4 5/8 backspacing, because of the wheel spacer, I've got like a solid over 2 inches between the arm and the tie rod right there. Can you see that? Can you see that? All right. You'll have to forgive me. I'm learning a new camera here. So yeah, sorry if the shots don't line up. But anyway, that's the reason I went with these wheels and tires. I really kind of think that I just want to try to kind of keep the look looking more modern, more so than anything. I honestly think the trend with like OE style steel wheels is, it's to each their own kind of thing. I just kind of think it looks like garbage. I think it's silly to spend premium dollars on a plain ass wheel. That's just my 2 cents, okay? If you're gonna spend a bunch of money on a wheel, you may as well get something that looks cool. That's all I'm saying. To each their own. These vehicles I personally think are timeless. I don't see any issue with going styling, especially considering this is a Toyota wheel on a Toyota truck. The other sell on the Yokos is these are Japanese, okay? Big fan of the quality Japanese stuff. Japanese truck deserves a nice Japanese tire to match. Yeah, so in case you're wondering, real Toyotas are made in Japan. The rest of it is just North American bullshit. So,
On the next episode of Snale Racing, we finally say farewell to Danny Bonaduce. Finishing up a project is always bittersweet, but this one was especially so. The more we drove it, the more we wanted to keep it. But Danny's destined for other adventures, and so are we. We got another handful of garage videos to show you, and then we're headed off to South America to see if we can find ourselves a 4-door Hilux project. Stay tuned, it's all coming this year.
thank you for watching. Peace.